Okay. And now, chapter 9, the Jongleur's Tale. I'm a jongleur. I'll set me up in a market on market day, sing songs, juggle a little, whatever it takes to make a penny or two for a poor boy like myself. So I was set up in the weekly market just south of Bel Air sur Oise, and I was keeping the people entertained as I do, and I noticed the strangest sight. There's some woods next to me, or they set up in the market, and I see lurking in them woods a white dog with a copper blaze down her snout. And then beside her, I see the biggest bloke I ever saw, and browner than a surf in summer, I swear it. I nearly forgot the song I was singing halfway through. That's how surprised I was. And then, next to the big boy, I see two kids about my age, a boy and a girl. And I'm pretty sure the boy's a Jew. Not that he looks all that different, but being a jongleur, you gotta know people, where they're from, what kind of jokes they'll like, which god to make fun of, where they keep their purse, that sort of thing. Well, the next thing I know, the Jew and the peasant are out in the market. They look like they're having a grand old time. I mean, I think they're out on a mission, trying to figure out where they are or something. But the market, oh, that's an intoxicating place, isn't it? You got every maker and craftsman from every little town nearby setting out their blankets, setting out their wares. You got honey and beeswax. You got ale from brewers and brewsters like Marie here. And you got leather and horn and blacksmiths and cheese like any good Frenchman would never say no to. And the best part of the market, and I know this is personal, is there ain't no lords nor priests to tell you what to do. You come to the market with your own labor, your own money to buy and sell what you can. That's the life for me, I tell you. None of this sweating in the fields. You earn as you can, by hook or by crook, by spit or by wit. It don't matter. As Jean and Jacob, those were their names, I know now, they felt it. As they walked into the market, they began to feel freer, more fresh with life. That's what a market will do to you. And they're looking at the stalls. Jacob picks up some spun wool and twirls it between his fingers, and Jean pushes around some new nails on the smith's table. The big boy watched from the woods, and I could just about feel the envy and insecurity rising from him, and I don't blame him. He probably feels left out all the time, looking like he does. Well, after a while, Jean and Jacob seem to remember what they're about. They stop by a lady selling goose eggs and ask her if she knows a Holy Crossroads Inn. Well, she don't. They ask a fat man who'd been listening to my song. He wipes his brow and says, "You don't know neither." They turn to a little lady about to ask her the same question, which is when Jean saw him. Time changed. I felt it. It was like a plunging rock hitting the surface of a stream and slowly starting to sink. Dust hung in the air, and peasants practically froze. And there in the middle of them all was a huge man. He's taller than every other man there by a head or more. He's got bushy red whiskers and orange red hair sticking up at crazy angles from his scalp. And his big old cheeks are crimson. And his tiny red eyes, buried in fat, are trained with a mixture of wonder and fury on Jean. Yeah, you know who it is. It's Red, Fat, and Wicked himself, Michelangelo di Bologna. Suddenly he's pushing people, just shoving them out of the way, bellowing at the top of his lungs, "Stop! Stop those children!" Jean doesn't wait. She bolts off in the opposite direction, grabbing Jacob and yanking him behind her. At first, she seems headed for the forest where the big boy and the dog are hiding, but then she thinks better of it. Why lead Red, Fat, and Wicked right for the dog and zigzags off in another direction? Jacob is struggling to keep up, trying to duck and weave past all the peasants and the peddlers in the road, and Jean is jumping over blankets with wares on them, provoking the nastiest curses from the merchants. Until Michelangelo comes, that is, and then their curses are worse because he just stomps straight over whatever they're trying to sell. I saw him mash some crockery to shards, and he is gaining on the kids, but Jean gets clever now. She ducks down real low so she's hidden among all the bodies in the market, and Jacob does the same. And now Red, Fat, and Wicked is lost. He's turning around and around, trying to clap eyes on him again. Meanwhile, they're sneaking out the back of the market and onto the road heading south. Well, I see me a little opportunity here. I slip out of the market after him and head down the road. I look back. Michelangelo is spinning around like a top trying to find the kids. Off in the woods, I bet the big boy is wondering what on earth he should do. Jean and Jacob get around the bend in the road as quick as they can, but they don't slow. Jean keeps running and she calls out to Jacob, "Faster!" She's lost her wits a bit, I think. Everybody's scared of Red, Fat, and Wicked, but she seems particularly scared. I'm hurrying after them, but they don't notice a thing. Jacob calls out, "What about William? We'll come back for him." Straight ahead on the road are 6 men. They got swords hanging from their belts. Now that tells me quite a bit. If you've got a sword and no horse, you're either a brigand or a poor knight indeed. Well, Jean must have seen it when I did, because she shouts, "Off the road!" She turns right, hard, and she leaps over this mound of dirt that runs along the side of the way. And she screams. Jacob follows her. I don't know why. I see him try to stop himself once he clears the mound, because that mound separates the road from the Wash River, don't it? John and Jacob go tumbling, heels over head into the river, just like that. I've been in that part of the Oise. Not some lovely stream, oh no. Reeks of manure and dead fish, and it ain't shallow neither. Jean is swimming or trying to swim, but she don't know how. Who does? Mostly